Hello everyone. My name is Scientist Marcus, Teacher Marcus. I'm recording this video to explain about our Kiddo Science Fair competition to our mentor, to our teacher, and also to our parents. Okay. For this video, I have 8 agenda to explain. Number one, introduction of our competition and what is this event all about. Number two, the important dates. Number three, what is science fair? Number four, setup of explanatory board and subtopic. Number five, how to choose topic. Number six, what to submit to us. Number seven, planning with mentor, student, and family. Number eight, marking scheme. So if you're interested to any agenda, so please you can scan to the particular minutes lah. Okay. Now let's talk about the introduction of this competition. This is our first year doing Kiddo Science competition, and we are very proud to announce that this competition is supported and approved by our Minister of Education, Kementerian Pendidikan Malaysia. Okay, so the venue that we are going to, okay, before I talk about venue, there's 2 rounds of competition. The first round where the students have to conduct through Zoom or Google Meet. We will arrange with the team. The team will be present the science fair to us by using Zoom. So then we will select and the selected team will be chosen to go to the round two. The round two will be at Pusat Science Negara. Okay, we already have approval to run this science fair at that location. Okay, so the competition, there is monetary reward for winner, the first runner-up and the second runner-up for both category A and category B. So not only just monetary reward, we also will be given the trophy. The rest of the team that managed to go to round number two, they will get a medal as well. For those who couldn't proceed to round two, don't worry. So there's always a chance next year. I will move on to the next slides, the important dates. For the important dates, there are 4 dates you have to take note. Number one, the 26th of August is the last date to register. Not to give us the whole result of the project, it's just to register. So how to register? You have to get to your mentor, to your own center manager, to fill up the form. The form itself, we need at least some of the information and the topic that you plan to do research on. The reason why we need to know the topic, because we don't want any 2 teams to have to clash, to have the same topic. So we'll go through all the topics. If there's no clash, then we can proceed to that particular topic that you want to research. So that is the 26th of August. This is the last date to register. The next important date is 30th of September. This is a date where you have to submit your soft copy of presentation to us. What to submit will be at point number 6. I will explain later. For the event, for the round 2, the final round will be on 29th of October, which is a Saturday. The children have to be there. If you are selected, the student that move forward to the round number 2, you have to be there at 9:30 a.m. The end of the competition will be 4:30. Basically, they have to present for 3 hours. The rest of the time is we have free and easy timing to visit the science center's booth, and also there is a award presentation. So we have our auditorium. We get the auditorium at Pusat Science Negara to help our award presentation, yeah, to all our participants. All right. What is science fair? What is my idea and what is my intention of all this competition? Okay. Simple said, the science fair is an opportunity for students to apply scientific method to conduct independent research. I highlight the word research. We want the children to conduct science research. Okay. Number 2, we want the children to able to present. Okay. We choose Pusat Science Negara because over there will be audience, there will be public to walk around to ask questions to your student, to our Kiddo Science student, to make to understand what the children have to tell to the public about their research. Okay, so we want the children able to communicate with science, okay, to be a science communicator. Now, point number 3, we want the children to able to receive interview from all parties, from younger children to parents to adult, they're walking by, to us, to judge. So we want the children able to speak well and receive interview. Point number 4, we want the children to run scientific method properly to demonstrate their experiment. Okay, so in terms of expectation of the group, this is the picture of a collage of the picture of how students do their science fair. Okay, so you can see everybody have a board standing up. They have their topics, they have their research, they have their result. So the idea is we want the children able to present to public, to anyone, about that particular research of they want to of their choosing lah. Okay, so I will share some of the example. Okay, I will share some of the example of the a good science fair and not so good topic. Good topic and not so good topic. Okay, now this topic by these children is very interesting. Now maybe you can't see from here, but I can roughly guess. The topic, the questions that she asked: what material is the best to protect your property from flash flooding? Good topic, especially in Malaysia, yeah, by the way. Yeah, especially in Malaysia, we have a lot of flood coming up. Yeah, happening, yeah, for the past years. So what kind of material best to fight against the flash flooding for your house? If your house built with wood, with your house built with zinc, with your house built with concrete, so which one is the best against the flash flooding? So it's a good topic. She have to come up with the experiment to explain. Okay, so of course they has an experiment she have conducted to get the result of the findings. All right. Another good topics. This other topic I like it very much. Do pesticides kill plants? You see, by these questions alone, trigger your questions, trigger your eager to know what is the result that she get. You see, so she come up with these questions, so they have to run experiment. So maybe she have to prepare 5 identical pot of plant to make the experiment fair, right? So plant A, they put pesticide A, plant B, you put pesticide B, plant C, you put pesticide C, and then plant D and E, no pesticide. Then they compare day 1, day 2, day 3 to see the result, for example. Okay, or maybe she tweaked the amount of pesticide, I don't know. Okay, I don't know how what is variables that she has been doing, but the topic itself is very good. So at the end, this science fair, she does share a value to us. Okay, does pesticides kill plant? You see, so it's a very good topic. Yeah, for this is a very good topic. I have another topic over here which is quite interesting as well. How does plant affect the soil erosion? Okay, um, so I suspect what he have 2 type of soil. One soil they have plants, another soil they don't have plants. Okay, so they pour water from the top. So what happened to the soil with plants and without the plants? See what happened to the erosion effect, yeah, of the soil. Okay, so from there they will come up with the result and explain to everybody what is their findings. Okay, why I say this 3 group is a very good topic, because they come up with the good questions. Okay, good questions, and they do experiment to answer the questions. When they have the result, they present to everybody. Yeah, so it's sort of like a thesis. Okay, it's sort of like a thesis. Like I still remember my thesis in my university. I have to run a research to test the husk of a rice, whether able to absorb heavy metal like mercury. You see, so we use a natural ingredient like rice husk to absorb mercury, you know. So it's a very good research. You see, that is my thesis. So for children level, we want the children to come up with a more simpler question to answer. Yeah, so this is one of the few example which is a good topic to research on. um Another interesting topic, okay, whether it's helpful or not, I'm not so sure. All right, it depends on how you convey the message. What color of light is important for photosynthesis? So I suspect they have 3 plants. Plant number 1 is no color. Plant number 2, they put yellow light only. Plant number 3, they put blue light. Maybe they have plant number 4 and 5, red light and green light. I don't know. Okay. So then from there, they compare the result. After 7 days, what happened to the plant? Which one grow more healthier? You know. So this is one topic. At the end, they shared out the conclusion and discussion and so on and so forth. Okay, it's a very good topic as well, I believe. But whether there's any application is still a question mark lah. Um, this is okay-ish, but the question is food allergies. I can see from my understanding is he tests all different kind of food to see whether he got allergy or not. Okay, so this science topic is very good for him and him alone because he's doing his own testing for himself. Okay, so whether this topic benefit me or anyone or any public, I'm not so sure. Maybe he tested the what we call maybe a sugar cane sugar make him allergy. So maybe that make me aware of sugarcane sugar. Maybe, yeah. But does it really affect on me? Is still I have to run my own experiment. Okay. So this is another science topic. This is not so good topic because the experiment maybe is good, yeah, but the topic wise, okay, the title wise not so good. I suspect they do the experiment where they comparing do plant and music have any relevance. So that means the plant that we put music on the plant, you know, another plant that they don't have any music at all. But both plants grow differently, you see. So if I were them, I would change the topic. How do music affect the growth of plant? Question mark. You see, so that will create the questions that everybody want to know. You see, so another topic that are not very how to say engaging, which is just like this light pollution. It's a huge topic. I don't know what you want to relate. You see, I don't know what you want to relate. Are you talking about light pollution in the school? Are you talking about the light pollution affect anything? You know what I mean? Do light pollution affect the sleeping habit, for example? You know, so that will come back to how to scope down what you want to explain about your light pollution. Okay, like what is the light pollution affect the study, for example. What is the light pollution affect the cinema, for example, you know. So that is not so good topic, but you know, but maybe the research is good, maybe their research is good, but the title itself maybe we not quite understand. Another one, homemade water filter. The title is bad because you are just telling me what you are doing, but I want to know your research. Okay, so the best is how effective my homemade water filter? Question mark. Okay, how effective my homemade water filter? Question mark. Okay, so this means you invent a water filter, you run the test to see how effective it is. Okay, so test number 1, test number 2, test number 3, we compare the result before and after, for example. Then you have the result, then you show the public. Okay, so that will be a good topic. All right, so this is all the example of topic that you can understand what is a science fair is lah. All right, for point number 4, setup of explanatory board and subtopic. If you look at this, let's talk about the measurement. The measurement of the board actually is 2 by 3 feet. Okay, the height is 24 inch. The long is 3 feet. I divided into 9 inch on the left, 9 inch on the right, 18 inch at the middle. Okay, so 2 by 3 feet, actually you can buy this kind of board. We call this a plastic board, the PP hollow board. Okay, it's a hollow board, it's a plastic. So it is exactly 2 by 3. So you can draw the line and you can start cutting to fold the panel. Okay, you can buy this at any stationery shop. Sorry, I blur my screen. This is 2 by 3 feet. It's easily available at any stationery shop. And this board comes with plenty of colors. They have white, they have black, they have blue, they have yellow, they have red, they have green. You just choose the color to your liking. Okay. So once you have the board ready, And this is the subtopic. This subtopic is almost every subtopic that we can think of already. The purpose of the experiment, the hypothesis, the background, the abstract, material and procedure, the data, the result, the discussion, the conclusion, and acknowledgement. It means the reference. Any data or anything you refer on, you can put over here. This is full-fledged subtopic. You want to put everything, no problem. If you want to just put a few, also can. Okay, like you don't want to discuss, you just want to put the result, also can. Okay, background and research quite similar. Maybe you just put research only, or maybe you just put background, also possible. Research, background, and abstract is quite similar. You see, so maybe you can just choose one of them, yeah, to put into your to put onto your explanatory board. Okay. I will roughly explain what is what, yeah. What is what? Number one, purpose. What is the purpose? Why you want to do these questions? Why you want to do this experiment? At the end of the day, what you want to tell me? Okay. Hypothesis is your, oh, okay. To explain this, maybe I come up with one title first so that you can relate. Okay. Now the title of the project is maybe I choose something more geeky. Which which 2B pencil is the darkest? You have a lot of different brand, right? Which 2B pencil is the darkest? Okay, so purpose is to find out the best 2B pencil for exam. For example, I just put for example. Okay, hypothesis. Okay, hypothesis is the prediction that you have to guess which is best. So my answer is Faber-Castell is the best, you know, because Faber-Castell is the most expensive 2B pencil. It's just my hypothesis. I don't know. Yeah, whether it's real or not doesn't matter. Okay, background and research. Okay, so you can talk about background of pencil. What is pencil made of? Made of graphite. Okay, why the pencil is dark? Because of the the element of graphite. Okay, so what is the costing of a pencil research? Okay, like we have so many brands: Stapler, Faber-Castell, Mr. DIY. So many different kind of brand. You see, so you can write down their costing. Okay, to have rough ideas. Okay, so then only you go to the material and procedure. So material, you get paper, you get different brand of pencil. The procedure is you, I would say, shape for 20 seconds at the same spot. Start the clock, you shape 20 seconds. You brand A, yeah, brand A for 20 seconds. All right, done. Then 3 times, okay, repeat the second time, shade again 20 seconds, shade again 20 seconds for brand A. Okay, then go to brand B. Brand B, same thing. Time, you have experiment have to be fair, 20 seconds, yeah, shade for 20 seconds, for 3 times again. So you compare all different brands, all 4 brands. For example, you prepare 4 brands, compare all 4 brands, you put the result there. Okay, so from the result we find out that Faber-Castell or Stapler. This time you find out Stapler 2B pencil is the darkest pencil that from my result. Okay, so you want to put a graph. You are able to put a graph. You put a graph. You able to put a pie chart. You can put a pie chart or a table chart also can. Or you just the picture or just the result alone paste on the board also possible. Okay, so on the right hand side you can tell about your what we call your conclusion. We conclude that from comparing the shade of the pencil, Stapler is the most darkest. Okay, discussion. Next time, if you want to buy any brand for examination, Stapler is the best. I don't know, you have to discuss. You can discuss, all right? Because after you find out, you want to tell them what's so good about that. Okay, what does this result help you? Okay, or help me, or help anyone? All right. So yeah, this is about the full board, about the experiment. That is about, again, my question is which pencil or which brand is the best can create the darkest shade. Okay. Another project that I can think of, which tissue paper can absorb, which tissue paper is the most absorbent. Okay, can absorb oil the most. Maybe a specific oil. I just target for oil only. You see, so we have brand A, brand B, brand C, we have tissue paper, for example. Okay, so this is the title, and this is what you have to do. Yeah, this is the subtopic, and so on and so forth. Let's go to this, very important, how to choose the topic. Okay, now to learn this, we share this document to you in Microsoft Word, Science Fair Packet Summer Work doc. Okay, inside there's 20 pages of to explain how to choose the right topic. Basically, it's a step-by-step guidance to complete the what we call the science fair. This is what these few pages that are caught my interest. Number one, they explain to you how to put your board, which is I explained earlier on. Number two, what is a scientific method? So this is a scientific method. From the first one is find a problem. We research the problem, you make the hypothesis, you conduct the experiment, you compile and record the data, you organize your data, you form a conclusions, and then you also write about what you learn from your findings. Okay, so topics can be different, but the method is the same. Okay. Step number one, also the earlier step, is you have to come up with the good questions. We have questions about effects. We have question about how. We got question about which and what. Okay. So for example, over here, what is the effect of, maybe I say, the brand of soda on growth of plant? I don't know. I mean, maybe it's a bit absurd, but maybe he want to check which soda can kill the plant faster. I don't know. Okay, so maybe at the end he want to find out that, you know, why he want to do this research, what message that he want to send. Okay, all right, that one is a bit odd lah. Huh? Like maybe this one, how does the color of the light affect the growth of fungi? See, that should be interesting. Yeah, what kind of lights or how kind of humidity affect the growth of fungi? Hey, remember we do this experiment before? Yeah, under what we call uh, insects and microbes. Under insects and microbes. Okay. Another experiment that can be done also is, what is the factor affecting the rusty? What is the factor affecting the metal to rust? Okay, erode, corrosion. Remember one topic that we learned? Yeah, we have 4 test tube, 4 different nail, and 4 different condition. Which one will erode? Which one will not erode? Which one will the erode first? Which one erode the second? Which one erode the third? Which one never erode? You know, you can share the findings and tell everyone. Okay, so on and so forth. So you can refer to the document to come up with the good questions. Okay, for the science fair. All right, the next agenda I would like to explain is what to submit. On 30th of September 2022 is the last day you have to submit. Email to us either the PowerPoint of the information on the explanatory board. On the Zoom competition, on the first round online competition, judge will be the children will be gathered together. Judge will be looking at the children. Children will do the presentation. Judge will question Q&A with the children. Okay, but if the board is this way, yeah, the judge very difficult to see all the data, all the findings, all the background. Judge is very difficult to read through Zoom or through Google Meet. It will be blurry. Okay, so judge need the information before the online judging. Okay, the first round judging. So you can send either PowerPoint or you can send a photo. Snap a photo, make sure everything able to read, so that judge can read first before we judge your student. Judge can read first. Okay, what's going on? What is your topic? How you do your experiment? Then only you present for 10 minutes. Then we ask question for 15 minutes. Job done. Yeah. Then we will give a score. Then we will screen who will move to the second round, and so on and so forth. Okay, just either one. You give both, perfect lah. Okay, but either one is good enough for us to understand what topic you're doing. I think I just retake my video. Not sure whether I missed this or not, but I will re-explain again. Okay. All right. Now this will be the next agenda: the planning with mentor, students, and family. I know it's a bit difficult to gather all the student and mentor at the same time. Okay. So try your best, okay? And then I set 4 different meetings with them, 4 different timing. This is the first meeting. This is my suggestion of the duration, 1.5 hours to 2 hours. If the children can uh, can gather for longer hours, then you can combine the first and the second meeting, so on and so forth. Okay, so the first meeting is very important to explain to the children, to introduce, sorry, not explain, to introduce between the teammate. If they are already friends, it's good, okay, because they have a good synergy. If not, then you have to introduce, you have the icebreaker, all those things, get to know their teammate name, so on and so forth. Number 2, you have to explain the whole competition. What is this competition all about? What is round 1? What is round 2? What they have to do, show them the example of the board that I showed you earlier on. Yeah, there's a science fair, so you'll be explaining to judge, not only to judge, you'll be explaining to the public if they advance to round 2. Number 3, for the first meeting, you have to set the topic to research. Yeah, number 4, you have to gather some information on the purpose why you choose the topic, the hypothesis of the topic, the background of the topic, and some research of the topic, for example. Okay, so it's no experiment, but a lot of research. So I ask them to bring their laptop if they have, bring iPad, bring handphone to do some research on Google. Yeah. Number 5, discuss how to run an experiment. Let's say you have the question already. What experiment you want to conduct? All right. Number 6, prepare the material list together for the next meeting. So you know what experiment that you want to run. Okay. So mentor, write down everything that you have to prepare. Yeah, so that next meeting we can run the experiment. Okay, now next will be the second meeting. All right, next this will be the second meeting. Okay, the second time when you meet them, all right, gather all the children, they will have to tell them and recap about the title, the purpose, the hypothesis, and the background, and slash all research of the topic. Okay, let them refresh back what experiment they are doing, what topic they are doing. Number 2, discuss the procedure, how to run the experiment. Okay. Number 3, you have to run the experiment, discuss and run the experiment. Okay. Number 3, you have to record the result, take picture, or you jot down the answer, jot down the time, for example, tabulate the result in the form of table. Okay. Number 5, discuss and explain the finding. At the end, stapler is the darkest. Okay, so stapler pencil is the darkest. So that is the finding that they find out. Okay, so what is the conclusion that we find out? Yeah, what is the conclusion of the experiment? Everything will be discussed on second meeting. So basically, the first meeting is to do the left panel, to gather information on the left panel. The second meeting is to gather information for the middle panel and the right panel. Okay. Okay, for the third meeting is making the explanatory board. Okay, make the board, design the board, study the board, and let the children teach the children how to communicate with the board. Try to do some rehearsal with the board. Yeah. Let the children understand what is the experiment all about. Let the children understand why they have to do this, what is the result, what is the conclusion, so that anybody ask them, they also know how to answer. Okay. So for the third meeting, making the board, so all the things like the photos, the wording, actually is our teacher job or the mentor job lah. Okay, to type and print out everything. For category B, maybe some children able to do it by themselves, let them do it. Okay, but I think category A, the children, I don't think they know how to use computer, to print all the information. So mentor have to print out and let them glue, let them stick, let them read and understand. Okay, so that is the third meeting. The fourth meeting is the crucial. Okay, fourth meeting is now the fourth meeting is by using the board and using the experiment that they conduct. whether it's plant or pencil or whatnot, prepare all the things and train them to be science communicator. Yeah, fourth meeting is sort of like brush up their way to communicate with people. Okay, why they do this experiment, why they find out, what is the result, how they run the experiment, what is the result, what is the conclusion, what is the message that you want to send to people. Okay, so number two, overcome stage fright. Not every children can talk well. Yeah, from my experience, group A can talk pretty well. Younger children, 7 to 9 years old, they can talk very well. But for 10 to 12, they're very shy lah, they are very, scared to talk to people lah because they grow older already, you see. So let them overcome the stage fright. There's no stage presentation, don't worry, but the public will be walking around lah for round two. Okay. So number three, teamwork make the dream work. So you have a lot of segment. Don't let one person do all the talking. Okay, you have the background and research. You have the procedure and the result. You have the conclusion and the discussion. You get me? So ask one person to assign the student to present which part. Okay, so that is the fourth meeting. All right, for the fifth meeting is optional. All right, another last round is optional. Basically, is 4 round is enough. Okay, 3 round actually is also can lah. If the middle round, the second round, you make it longer, make it 3 hours to 4 hours, then maybe you can only meet them only for 3 rounds. Okay. Now for the fifth meeting, the fifth round is you have to do this if the experiment take longer days to produce result. Like some experiment, you need plan, you need days to see the result. Then you might need to have another days to discuss the result. If more time taking to do writing, printing, and making the explanatory board, to make the design, you want to gather all the students to do all the work, yes, you might need another round of meetings. Number three, practice on presentation skill. If you feel the children is not good enough, you want another day to let them, feel good in terms of presentation skill, it's good enough. I mean, you can gather this meeting lah. Okay, but from my understanding, parents really take a part as well. Okay, you mentor and teacher and center manager have to explain to parents. Their involvement will be beneficial if they can sort of groom their own children lah. Okay, groom their own children in terms of presentation skill. All right. Now, this is how we mark for the team. We have 5 categories. We have originality, we have project execution or the experiment executions, we have the presentation of your data, of your result, the creativity. The creativities come back to the topic, yeah, and then communication. How do you talk to people? What terminology you use? What science terminology you use? All those will carry marks as well. On the right hand side is a marking on the board. Okay, we'll mark based on the board, based on the finding. That is what we will do the marking as well. Yeah, so that is how we mark. And this is some basic questions that judge will ask us. Okay, for example, we will ask, how do you come up with the idea for this project? How do you learn? How do you learn your background search using Google or using books? How long did you build the apparatus or you conduct the experiment? What method you use? You get what I mean? How many times you do it? You get what I mean? What is the result? What is the data? Yeah. So for the bottom questions, we ask those that are very good team. Okay, then we will ask more difficult questions like sometimes the children use some science terminology. Okay, like biodegradable. So we will ask them, what do you mean by biodegradable? We want to make sure the student really understand what they are doing, not just do because mentor asked him to tell the word. Okay, we want the children really understand that terminology. Okay, we want the more question judge ask, that means your team is good. You know what I mean? Because we want to find out how far you carry the science fair. Okay, how far you carry the project. Like for example, the question number 15. Are there any areas that we do not cover which you feel that you are important? For the topic that you research for? So this is questions that triggers whether the understanding. Like for example, sometimes we'll ask, what if we use another method? What do you think? What is your prediction? You get what I mean? So that kind of questions, if the student able to answer, yes, it will be the, it's a very promising team. Okay, all right. So I think that's it. All right, I think that's it. This is the end of my slides. Okay, I will send this slide to everyone. You got any questions, you can direct a call to us, or we will give you the person in charge number. This video will be shared to all the center manager, and center manager we can share to all the teachers. We also share to some of our parents so that they also understands what is going on. Okay. Ultimately, we want the children to have fun. It's not a stressful competition, So don't aim just for the win. You get what I mean? Just don't aim for the winning, but just aim for the message that you want to tell to the public. Okay. For me, that is the winner. All right. Doesn't matter, it doesn't matter the trophy and medal. For me, as a science student, as a science enthusiast, I want the children to share the what they find out, what is the findings, okay, to communicate science properly, science communication skill. All right. So okay, that's it. So if you got any questions, you can drop me a message to WhatsApp or contact us. Thank you very much.